Caiman, the pint-sized terror of the waterways and the self-proclaimed alligator of the year, or at least it thinks so. With a spiky blue exterior and a grin that screams, "I'm up to no good," this little reptile looks like it just walked out of a cartoon villain audition. Sure, it's small, but don't let that fool you. It's got the confidence of a dragon twice its size, and none of the fire-breathing skills to back it up. Its spikes might look intimidating, but deep down, this aquatic critter is probably just overcompensating for being mistaken as a salamander one too many times. If you're looking for a fight, tread carefully. Caiman's motto is bite first, ask questions never. On the other hand, if you're nice, it might just let you admire its surprisingly shiny scales before it decides your dinner. Gatoron, the glow-up story every little monster dreams of. Remember Caiman? Well, this is Caiman after it hit the gym, grew a foot taller, and decided it was time to stop being cute and start being terrifying. With spiky blue armor and a posture that screams boss fight, Gatoron is here to remind you that evolution doesn't mess around. Don't be fooled by its smug grin. It's not smiling because it likes you. It's smiling because it's already picturing you as its next snack. The spines? Purely decorative, unless you're clumsy enough to run into them. And its upright stance? Proof that this beast has evolved the confidence to say, "Yeah, I walk on two legs now, deal with it." Gatoron is fast, ferocious, and probably practices its menacing poses in the mirror. Approach at your own risk, or better yet, just don't. Sobek, the ultimate form of started as a gator and now we're here. This winged titan is what happens when Gatoron decides walking is for peasants and takes to the skies to rain down terror. With glowing blue spikes, bat-like wings, and a perpetual "I dare you" expression, Sobek is living proof that nature sometimes gets carried away. Despite its dragon-like upgrades, Sobek's still rocking that reptilian sass. It doesn't just fly, it dominates the skies, probably doing a loop-de-loops while mocking your feeble attempts to dodge. Its wings are less about elegance and more about sheer intimidation, because nothing says "I'm in charge" quite like a flying spiked-covered nightmare. Froxen, the Spellborne monster that looks like it took a wrong turn on its way to a cozy anime forest and ended up in a digital dungeon. He is a creature that seems to have borrowed its fiery fur from a fox, its attitude from a cat on a hot tin roof, and its overall design from someone who thought, what if we made a fox monster but with less monster and more sass? This little creature strolls around with the confidence of someone who knows they're about to cause chaos, but with the cuteness that makes you second guess smacking it with a spell. Its eyes glowing with the intensity of a child who's just been told they can't have dessert before dinner are a clear sign that Froxen doesn't play by the rules. And that tail, with its white tip, might as well be a flag signaling, "I'm here to mess things up, but in an adorable way." Meet Masuki, the creature that clearly missed the memo on intimidation through size and ferocity. Instead, it chose to go for the adorable yet slightly unsettling aesthetic. With a face that looks like it's permanently surprised by its own existence, Masuki is the kind of monster that might give you a heart attack. From cuteness overload. It's got the body of a fox that decided to give up on the hunt and start a career in cosplay. Those blue markings? They're not war paint, they're the latest in monster fashion. Designed to confuse predators into thinking it's part of a trendy art installation. Masuki's battle cry? Probably something along the lines of "Eek!" or "Oops, sorry, wrong dimension." If you encounter Masuki, just remember it's more likely to ask for directions back to its den than to engage in combat. Approach with caution, or better yet, with a camera. The kitsune from Spellborne, a creature so cunning it makes foxes look like they're playing checkers while it's playing 4D chess with your sanity. This pixelated piece of trickery isn't just any fox, It's the fox that got the PhD in illusion and decided to use its powers for the sole purpose of making you question your life choices. Kitsune with its charming blue hues that scream, "I'm not here to play games." Okay, maybe just mind games. Its mask? Not just fashion, it's like wearing a do not disturb sign while actively disturbing the peace. And those tails, oh, they're not just for show. They're like the Swiss Army knife of deception, each one capable of pulling a different trick out of its, well, tail. In battle, Kitsune probably uses its tails to write confusing haikus mid-fight, leaving its opponents in a state of poetic confusion. And don't get me started on its eyes. They're like the deep end of a pool at night. You dive in thinking you'll find answers, and you emerge with more questions and a sudden urge to join a philosophy club. So if you encounter Kitsune in Spellborne, remember, it's not just battling you, it's battling your perception of reality. And it's probably winning.